Good morning. So it is a fabulous day today. It's going to be 62 degrees and sunny. So here's the plan, and it will be interesting to see if this is what I actually end up doing. The plan is to walk over to Kensington Gardens. I want to walk around Kensington Gardens, see where Kate and William live and say hello, and then pop over to Covent Garden where I have Lion King tickets for 2:30, and then after the theater to catch an early dinner somewhere in Covent Garden, don't know where, and then head back here. Again, I think I said this to you guys last night, I'm not so great at staying, I've never been great at staying out late at night. Anyway, I'm kind of a homebody, and certainly when I'm traveling by myself, I'm really bold during the day. I feel like I can conquer the world, but once it gets dark, I get a little insecure and a little paranoid, and so I'm not quite as brave as I'd like to be. I was so thrilled that Karen took me out the other night, because it did take me out to see some beautiful places that I probably wouldn't have seen otherwise, but I'm not much of a night owl, especially when I'm traveling alone. So the plan is to do all that and then get back here, I don't know, probably around 7, and just enjoy some downtime. I did not sleep well last night, so it's good to know that it's kind of a, I did this in France too. My first night I slept like a rock, I think because of all the sleep deprivation from the travel, and then the second night, not so much, but it's fine. There's great coffee at the restaurant at my hotel. The breakfast there yesterday, I don't think I told you guys, so good. Oh my gosh, very good breakfast. So definitely gonna do that again this morning, and yeah, I'll check in with you later. Lion King, woohoo! Well, after a very exciting journey to get here, I have made it to Kensington Gardens, and I am now at Kensington Palace. So I would say that Kensington Palace exceeded my every expectation. The Victoria exhibit, well, the Diana exhibit was beautiful with the fashion, but then the Victoria exhibit, oh my gosh, her life. And I know everyone knows the story, right? Although I will say that the Victoria series is very true to the facts of the situation as explained by the very entertaining docents that were everywhere, but her devastating blow when she lost her husband and the 10 years of mourning. I cried. Of course I cried. You guys know I cried. That's what I do. So I now have about an hour before I need to start making my way to the Lyceum Theater. A lovely story, so much great information. And now we're gonna walk the grounds a little and see what we can see.
Yes. Yes, so I finally, I had to give my jet.
Runner. So if I walk through the park, I am 3 miles from the Lyceum Theater, which would get me there at 1:30. And I think a 3-mile walk on a day like today sounds perfect. So always be careful when you're traveling, because sometimes it's actually shorter to walk, because all the other forms of transportation, I could definitely get on the underground. That's 40 minutes. I could take an Uber, that's 30 minutes. An extra 30 minutes, and I get exercise, and I get a day like this. I'll take that. for boating in Hyde Park, as one does. So, I have it on my phone to tell me how to get to the theater. Basically, I'm just wandering around Hyde Park. So the poor iMap or Google Maps is going absolutely berserk trying to figure out where I am, but we'll get there. We have an hour and a half, right? I feel the need to insert right there. Little did she know, because that seems to be what happens to me when I get overconfident and think, sure, I can walk 3 miles and walk through Hyde Park and go to the theater. It's a beautiful day. I'll be fine. Oh, he's angry about something. You know, I don't go near geese. I got attacked by geese once back in Texas. They look cute. They're nasty. Yep. Not going near that with a 10-foot pole. Look, you guys, I made it. Still in one piece. I did get on the underground for a little while, but not long. Mostly walked. And now I'm gonna go do this. So I've actually gotten permission from the staff to film. The Lion King was amazing. I'm so glad I got last minute tickets. And I was starving when we got done, so I just stepped across the street and I decided to come to this beautiful place called Christopher's. No idea what to expect, didn't look it up, but you know, I figure this is a very high rent district, so if you're able to keep your doors open here, you probably have pretty good food. So I have a martini and the sourdough bread, and I have the sea bass on the way, and I'll show you the restaurant. And there's the theater right across the street. And then we have martini, sourdough bread, and salted butter. And of course my water. Okay, this is the sea bass and the mixed greens and the warm sourdough bread. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I literally don't even know what this is, but I asked for the best dessert, and this is what I got, and a decaf cappuccino. Cheers!
Put your hand up if you think I can do it. Put your hand up. Thank you.
So now, oops, sorry. Now I'm at Covent Garden, and everyone is here. Excuse me. Everyone is here. So I'm not sure how much filming I can do, but it's so awesome here. And my meal at Christopher's, I didn't even realize. Y'all, it's an American restaurant. The girl from Georgia who came to London accidentally went to an American restaurant, so there you go. But lots of lovely shops here, and so I'm going to shop for a little while, and then I'm going to head back home. And by home, of course, I mean Kensington, where my hotel is. There's an underground station not that far from here, so I feel okay staying out a little bit later tonight. Sorry, you just sort of look around and get a little... Okay, of course, there is a Johnny Cash song going on. Trying to decide. There's just a lot to look at here. I'll show you guys around.
Don't see anything. The night is dark and there's no moonlight to steal. We're getting lost in the night over here.
Okay, forgive me for filming from the bed, but this is such a tiny hotel room. There's not a lot of options, and also I'm exhausted. So we just got back to the room. Such a stellar day that I'm sure the footage will speak for itself, but another day where I'm just like, wow, did all that actually happen in one day? It's, the weather today was the star of the show. It was ridiculous. And now, of course, I'm all obsessed with Victorian history and wanting to learn more about King George and that whole thing. I did have an interesting conversation with one of the docents about all of my family that came over in the 1600s, and we talked about the Civil War and how in England and how there were a lot of reversals of fortune. So there's a strong possibility that my family lost all of their money, and that's why they all came to the United States, which with the history of my family makes sense. And then seeing The Lion King, amazing. The little boy I sat next to at The Lion King was the sweetest thing ever, and his mom at the end asked if she could give me a kiss because I had kept him company and kept him from fidgeting and all of those kinds of things. So that was lovely. My meal at Christopher's, wow. I'm just cracking up. I didn't know it was an American restaurant until halfway through, but you know. And bonus, well, then Covent Garden, walking around. It's hard to film there, so I'm not sure how much usable footage I actually got. Maybe I'll be happily surprised. And then I got to the station, went to the Leicester Square Underground, didn't need my phone, didn't need my app. I knew right where I was going on the Piccadilly line, so little pat on the back there. Those of you who don't know me well don't know that I have the directional prowess of mushroom. I can't find my way out of a paper bag, so the fact that I'm navigating so well is pretty remarkable. So tomorrow is going to be the National Gallery. They have an Impressionist exhibit that I'm pretty excited about, and Harrods, which I still haven't been to. And yeah, and then just another great day. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow afternoon. So the way things have been shaping up, one just never knows. So thanks for being here today, and I will see you tomorrow. So guess where I am now? I'm at Harrods. I'm at a place called the Godiva Chocolate Cafe. I'm going to have tea and something really chocolatey. I've made a purchase